There's a lot of speculation going around right now that the Blues and the Senators are engaged in heavy trade conversations and that the St. Louis Blues are trying to work out a deal for winger Mike Hoffman. We're going to go through the details of what's being reported and I'll give my analysis coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams, so if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So let's jump into today's topic. The Blues and the Sens are apparently engaged in heavy discussions around a trade, and it could involve Senators winger Mike Hoffman or possibly Senators center Erik Karlsson. Now this information came from a source who covers the St. Louis Blues, and it hasn't come from one of the big NHL insiders like Elliotte Friedman, Darren Dreger, Pierre LeBrun, all those guys. So I'm not sure how much stock to put into this, but I wanted to discuss the what's being reported, give you my thoughts, and see what you guys think out there as well, especially from the fan bases from these two clubs. So what is being speculated was that the Blues were ideally trying to get Mike Hoffman or possibly Erik Karlsson out of the Ottawa Senators. In return, the Blues were offering Berglund, Sobotka, possibly Robby Fabbri. Now I know Fabbri is a player that the Senators have discussed in trade discussions in the past, but I personally, from a Senators perspective here, would be very cautious with this player. He is a good young player, has a lot of upside, but he's also had 2 major surgeries in the past 2 years, and I would be very, very cautious with that. The Blues have a lot of other prospects that to me would be more attractive. You know, we've got Robert Thomas, we've got Jordan Kyrou, you've got Klim Kostin, just to name a few. Of course, you got Tage Thompson as well. So I mean, obviously, with the Senators recently discussing with their fan base, and they want to get younger and faster and more skilled, and they're going to have to move out some players to accomplish that. Well, that just kind of defeats the purpose here. I can understand moving Erik Karlsson as they feel he could be the best center iceman possibly available at the trade deadline this year, so they're trying to attempt to cash in on what might be a big return. But I mean, as far as they're trying to accomplish here, if they want to be younger and faster and have more skill, well, that's exactly what Mike Hoffman is. He's not old, he's not really young either, he's kind of in between, but he's far from being old. He's demonstrated a lot lately that he has tremendous skill, tremendous speed, he's got a wicked shot. I don't understand this. To me, if he's traded, this is coming from Eugene Melnyk as a salary dump, which absolutely makes zero sense to me. But that's my thoughts on that. Now, moving Karlsson to me makes more sense. He has 1 year left on his contract. You know, and if they can return with Karlsson for another center, maybe making less money, who could potentially fill a similar type role, well, that might make sense. However, the trade that's being reported as far as Hoffman for Berglund and Sobotka, possibly Fabbri, so that means that on the Senators side there likely will be more than Hoffman included. So we're talking probably about either a draft pick, maybe another player. I'm not sure, there was other names mentioned. But I can understand the Blues wanting Hoffman. It's been reported for some time, we've discussed it on this channel many times as well, that they've shown a lot of interest, and honestly I don't blame them. He's got a pretty decent contract, he's got tremendous speed, a wicked shot, the guy can score, he's got, you know, blazing speed. I can see why they want him, but from the Senators' point of view, if they're going to do that deal, they need to be getting back at least 1 or 2 of those top prospects I just mentioned a moment ago. No offense to Sobotka and Berglund, but that just does not seem the direction that the Senators are going. So to me, from the Ottawa perspective, the trade doesn't make a lot of sense. From the St. Louis side, it really does. And if they can pull that off, then that's great for them. I think Hoffman would be a great fit in their top 6 forward lines, and it would give them a tremendous boost in their scoring department. But we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot going on this morning around these speculation, these rumors floating around. I just wanted to put a video out there to discuss what's being reported, give you my thoughts, and I want to see what you guys think. So Sens fans, give me some comments. If the Senators trade Hoffman, would a return of Berglund and Sobotka be something that would make you happy, or do you have any interest in them bringing in Robby Fabbri as well? I'd like to know your thoughts personally. I think that's a very underwhelming return. There's much better prospects in that organization that would be way more appealing than those guys. And from a St. Louis perspective, leave me your thoughts as well. You know, I'm sure you'd be thrilled to have Hoffman, but would you be okay with the trade that's being reported? Personally, I would think that you probably would be. And from a St. Louis perspective, I think it's good. From an Ottawa perspective, I don't think it is very good. So give me your thoughts on the deal. So don't forget as well to follow us on social media. You're going to see our Twitter handle on the screen right here. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and all those are linked in the description down below. If you're also, before we go here, One other quick note, if you're already a subscriber, make sure you go ahead and click that bell, the bell notification, so you get notifications. I find I've had a lot of comments recently saying that when I'm posting videos, they're not always being notified that a new video is going up. So make sure you click the bell to make sure you get your notifications. If you haven't subscribed yet already, please consider doing so. As I mentioned before, we cover all 31 teams, and we do a daily upload here every day with all the latest goings on in the NHL. So certainly consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time.